Hello, this is Angie with the CountryChicCottage.net. I'm live on Periscope this morning talking about Periscope versus Google Plus Hangout on Air. If you are watching the replay on Catch, or I'm going to upload this to YouTube, welcome to you as well. You can follow me on YouTube and also, hit that thumbs up button will be great. Alright, so this morning we're going to talk about Periscope versus Google Hangout on Air, and I'm going to give you drawbacks and benefits to both. I'm also going to talk about utilizing live video for your brand and why you should be doing that. And if you're not, maybe this Periscope will inspire you to jump into live video and give it a try for yourself. I'm also going to use this as part of a YouTube series. If you're interested in using short video for your brand on social media, like if you want to make those viral Facebook videos, head to Angie Country Chic on YouTube. We have an entire series with Jessica from Madden Crafts, and you can learn a little bit more about short video, how to produce them yourself. Even if you just have an iPhone, you can start making short video today. So be sure to check that series out. Alright, so Periscope versus Google Hangouts. I'm going to get started, and you can ask questions on Periscope in the comment section if you would like, and I'll try to answer them as I go along, or I'll save some of them for the end. And thank you. I'm in my new craft room. One of the baskets is missing because I'm working on some felt projects right now. You can see the entire craft room if you would like on the CountryChicCottage.net. Just search craft room tours and you can see the whole thing. Yes, I do have a tour, and I love my new room, so be sure to check it out. Alright, so first we're going to talk about why utilizing live video for your brand is important. So first of all, the most important thing is it puts a personal touch to your YouTube channel or to your brand. People can get to know you with live video more than they can get to know you in any other way. They see you in your craft room live. They see all your mistakes, all your glitches. They hear your southern accent. They can get to know you in a way that I don't think any other format allows. So that's my number one reason for the reason you should be utilizing live video for your brand. It also gives a face to your brand. People like to know they're talking to a person. They're following a person. They're following your DIY posts, but they also want to know that they're following a real live person, and live video can absolutely do that for you. Also, when you utilize Periscope, actually, it's a great way to interact with your audience. They can ask questions live, and you can answer them live, and you can talk to them like in no other way. Yes, you can respond to comments, but talking to them live on air is a amazing thing, and Periscope's free, y'all, so you can jump on it anytime. You can also show a bit of your real life with Periscope. Maybe your kids are at home that day and they're running around behind you or something like that. Leave it. Do not edit it out. That shows a little bit of like you're human, you're a mom, your kids run around in the background. And I utilize live video a lot for craft projects, so I'm making something live on air. Sometimes I mess it up, and that's okay, because that person is probably going to mess it up as well. So I leave all of those little things in the final videos. I upload most of them to YouTube, and I leave everything in it. So I leave all of that, all the mistakes, all the kids in the background, the dogs barking. We live on a farm. My husband will start that tractor outside of that window sometimes. He knows I'm shooting a video. The tractor still starts. I leave it all. And my last thing on why live video is it's easy. It's an easy, simple way to break into video yourself. There's someone watching this right now that hates the sound of their own voice. Yes, you can upload your Periscopes to YouTube, and I will tell you that in a few minutes, and I'll tell you exactly how to do that, so stay tuned. Hey, good morning. So this is our second take on this, and yes, everyone hates the sound of their voice. Alright, so this live video is a great way to break into video, because there's someone out there right now that hates the sound of their voice on video. I was that person. I started doing live video before Periscope was even a thing. I started with Hangout on the Air like 2 years ago. The first one I did, I was so nervous. I hated the sound of my voice. I could barely stand to watch the replay. Like, I didn't even want to look at it. I didn't want it on my YouTube channel. Like, I just didn't want to be involved with it. The second one I did, it was a little better. And the third one, like, I really like this. And the fourth one, I'm in love with video. So it changed the way I looked at video for myself. And because, I mean, you don't have to use Catch for Periscope. It can disappear. So you could, yes, everyone hates their own voice. So the Periscope can disappear later. So it's such an easy way. I wish it was around when I started with live video, because it's such an easy way to break into it and, you know, not have to have it there all the time. So your first 2 or 3 can disappear and no one ever has to see them again. So that's my last reason for why to use live video. Alright, so, and I'm going to talk about some ways you can use live video for your brand, because right now you're thinking, well, I don't want to do a Periscope on Instagram. I don't know anything about Instagram, but there's something you do know about, and you can do a live video on it. So I'm going to talk about a few of my recommendations and things you can think about for your brand to utilize live video. First of all, announcements. Say you're going to do, in a couple weeks, you're going to do a whole series on your blog on felt crafts or wood projects. Maybe make the announcement on Periscope and let them all know that this is coming, and this is sneak peek. This is what's going to be involved in the great week on my blog, and just use Periscope for that. Yeah, I'm telling you, try a few Periscopes. Your voice will sound better every single time. I promise. I promise. I've never had anyone say that it did not. Another way to use live video, and people love these, is unboxing videos. So if you get an order from Amazon, unbox it live and let people see what you got. If you got a really great haul at the Dollar Tree today, come home and unwrap it live on video. Do you know that, oh, creepers. I'm going to add that to the list at the end, and let me talk about that, okay? Did you know that one of the ladies that makes the most on YouTube, all she does is unbox kids' toys? That's all she does. She goes and buys a kid's toy and comes home and opens it and shows the toy on the video. And she's making like $1 million on YouTube. Who can't open toys on YouTube? All of y'all can do that. Maybe it's not your, thing to open toys, but it might be your thing to open a new jigsaw, or to open a box of craft supplies, or to open some ingredients for a recipe, like as a sneak peek. Yes, like they play with Play-Doh, and yes, so I do a monthly craft supply unboxing every month on Periscope, and they're also on YouTube, and you can watch those to get an example of how I do it, but, make it your own. Think of things you can open, unbox, show off, that type of thing. So think about those. You can also make something live or do a product demo. I find that those are really great. So you're constantly trying to, you're craft and DIY bloggers possibly, or maybe you're recipe bloggers, and you're constantly trying to let your audience know that making this widget is easy. And it can be done by anyone. And maybe they believe you, maybe they don't. But if you make that widget live on video, no edits, no, retakes, you're making it live, you make those mistakes, they see it. They see that it is possible. And yes, Angie does mess up her paint lines, but Angie has a way to fix it. So I personally love live video for doing little crafts or demonstrating a new product. If somehow you get some kind of machine or craft tool or jigsaw and it's something that's new to the market and you can get it as early as possible, if you do a product demo on that, upload it to YouTube. Y'all, YouTube is like the #2 search engine in the world, and it is not a search engine. People are going to YouTube to search for things. They're going for YouTube to search for how to use that jigsaw that you just bought. And your video's not on there. So get it on there and get a product demo of how to use that jigsaw or the mink machine by American Crafts, something like that. Your silhouettes, your Cricut. Think about product demos that you could put, and live video is a great way to do that. Let's see here. Okay, another great use of live video is to give tips. So what kind of tips could you give? You could give social media tips, some kind of social media. You could give household tips, anything that says, like, why didn't I think of that? So if you are in the kitchen and you are chopping an onion and you think, boy, I really know how to chop an onion. I can chop an onion better than anyone else I know. Guess what? That should be on Periscope. You should stream that to Catch, and you should upload it to YouTube. Like, it's an awesome, awesome way to chop an onion. The best thing you could do is to make that video under 2 minutes. And guess what you're going to do with that? You're going to put it on Facebook, and you're going to get all that Facebook juice from it. Organizing tips are great. So any kind of tip, like, so you're in your closet and you think, boy, my sweaters look great. Set up some lights, Periscope those sweaters, try to keep it under 2 minutes, upload it to Facebook. Yeah, wrapping a gift, exactly. Like any little thing you're thinking, like, this is just an awesome way to do this. And you know what? People don't know. People do not know. I did a Facebook video recently, and it was, I have this avocado cutter. Like, it cuts the avocado, it cores it, and then it slices it into little pieces. Y'all, like, that video has been viewed so many times. And it was just me using that silly avocado slicer. And I've had it for, like, probably 2 years. It's not new. Yeah, someone else saw it. Like, that avocado slicer is not new. But I thought, you know, people out there may not know about this. And, y'all, they didn't. They did not. So, like, if you're picking something up, try to think about, would people be interested in this? Shoot a short video. Upload it to Facebook. Like, keep it under 2 minutes. And you can upload it to Facebook. And it will be amazing. The reach will be amazing. Alright. Another way to utilize live video is Q&A with your audience. This goes back to connecting with your audience, putting a face with your brand. Ask them what kind of questions they have. Maybe on your Facebook page, if you get a lot of interaction. Some social media where you get a lot of interaction. Maybe a blog post, let them ask questions. And then do a live video about it. Shoot it to Periscope. Then in a few minutes we'll go over how to upload that to YouTube. You can embed it in a new blog post, and you can get those YouTube views, and all of your audience can see your question and answers, whether they can watch you live or not. Another great way to utilize live video is like about me type things or personal stories. You know, maybe not everyone knows you live on a farm. Sit out on the farm with the cows in the background and tell a story about how you got your farm, how you came to live where you live, things like that. Personal stories maybe that don't fit well into your blog content could fit great into a live video, and people will watch. People do want to know more about you. We talked a little bit about short videos for Facebook. Another thing I see going crazy on Facebook is those food videos. You can absolutely use live video for those if you want to break into those. So think about what you're making for supper, or this great dessert you have that you always serve at Easter, and make a short video about it and upload that to Facebook, YouTube, wherever. Okay, and my last idea for the way you could use live video is at events. So if you are going to a blog conference, if you're going to even something like a movie premiere or a flea market in your area, the 100-mile long yard sale, people want to see that. Like, not everyone lives where you live. Not everyone goes to the events you want to go to. Try live streaming at that event and showing people what you're seeing. They will love, love, love it. Okay, now, what this Hangout is all about. I mean, what this Periscope is all about, because I do Hangouts a lot. Is Periscope versus Hangouts on Air. So those are a couple of the options you can use to live stream. There's also several others. So there's like Blab and Ustream and quite a few others. Periscope and Hangouts on Air are the ones I'm most familiar with, and I think they would be the ones that would be the easiest to break into. So those would be the ones that I would, for a beginner utilizing live video, those are the two I would recommend. So we're going to do a little bit of like benefits, pros and cons type thing. Alright, so Periscope. The number one benefit I see for Periscope is the ability for y'all to ask questions in that little box. You can type a question to me, I can respond live. Number one, it's absolutely, I've found like the easiest way to do a Q&A type thing, or a live event where you want to interact with your audience. It's absolutely the best. Also, the quality is really good. So what you're going to do, if you would like to save your Periscope for later. So the con to Periscopes are they leave, they fall out. You can utilize the Periscope later, and you can do something like Catch, where you can set up Catch to, that's Katch if you do not know. You can set up Catch to, you know, where your Periscope saves over there, but you can also set in your Periscope settings, you can set it where the Periscope, Catch.me, thank you. You can set it to where the Periscope saves to your phone. Once it saves to your phone, you can do whatever you want to with it. So you can upload it to YouTube just like you would upload a regular video to YouTube at any time. You could upload it to Facebook and use it on social media, and I would recommend for Facebook videos to be 2 minutes or less, so keep that in mind. You could also use it, you could actually take it and drop it into an editing program. So say you wanted to add, so on those Facebook videos, you know, there's a cute shot usually in the beginning of the finished product, and at the end there might be a little splash screen with the product and the project and maybe your URL, something like that. So if you wanted to add those, I call them the intro and outro. If you wanted to add those, you can absolutely do that with your Periscope. Saves to your phone, you can get it on your computer. You can use something like Movie Maker or Adobe Premiere to add those little elements to the beginning and end, and you have, like, all of a sudden you have a professional looking video, and you shot most of it with your phone. So that is how you get it from Periscope to YouTube. Let me put time lapse on another note, and I'm gonna tell you where to get that information. Hangouts on Air. So a Hangout on Air, they've moved it off of Google+. It's now hangouts.google.com. You pull down the menu out of the top left-hand corner, and you can choose Hangouts on Air. It is a live stream, and it live streams directly to YouTube. And there's nothing you can do about that. So if you don't want it on YouTube, do not use Hangouts on Air. Hangouts.google.com. Thank you. There's a few benefits to that. Number one, there's no uploading. So if you really want it on YouTube, you know you're shooting it, it's going to be on YouTube. That's where you want it to live. It's the easiest way to upload to YouTube because it just live streams right there. I still love Hangouts on Air for one function. I can screen share from my computer right there to Hangouts on Air, and it live streams to YouTube. So I utilize it for, you know, on Periscope, I can't show you my computer screen right now. I can't show you what, you know, maybe I wanted to show you how to use Facebook and how to schedule, you know, a Facebook scheduler. I have a video on Post Planner. I did that all with Hangouts on Air, so I could show you exactly what the screens look like and exactly the buttons I'm clicking and exactly how to use it on your computer. So that's like my number one benefit to Hangouts on Air is that screen share option. It's amazing. If you wanted to jump into sharing your screen for some kind of craft, like you were going to show them, you know, on Cricut, how to use the Design Space software, that would be an awesome video on YouTube. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No, that's a con. Hold on just a second. So the screen share option, I love. You can also, on Hangouts on Air, you can have multiple people on the screen, which is amazing. If you wanted to do some kind of webinar where, it's okay. If you want to do some kind of webinar where, like, me and Gina and a few other people, we don't have to be in the same room. We can be all the way across the country. I can have someone in California and someone in Tennessee and someone in New York. Oh, have a good day. And we can all three jump on a Hangout on Air and live stream it to YouTube right then and talk about, so we wanted to talk about Facebook and our Facebook strategies, and we could all three do that. We could have a webinar right there. Super easy way to do that. The last benefit I'm going to talk about with Hangouts on Air, they also post directly to Google+, and you get the SEO benefits for those keywords you use. I'm a huge proponent of Google+, and the benefits of SEO by posting there. And I do have a video on my YouTube channel, Angie Country Chic, if you want to check that out. And it goes all into Google+, and including the SEO benefits of utilizing that platform. So if you want to check that out. Okay, so the negative, and someone scooped me on Periscope on this. The negative to Hangouts on Air is the quality. They are fuzzy most every time, unless you have like a streaming, just amazing internet connection, and even then they're still sometimes a little fuzzy. They have not fixed that in all the years I've been doing it. It may have gotten a little better, but frankly it's just not there. So the quality is not there, but it is a great way. So if you're a beginner and you want to break into live video and you want a way to do that where, say you screen share or whatever, it's a great way to do it because it's so user friendly. So I still recommend it because, if you're a beginner and you need a way to do that quickly and you need it to be super user friendly and you need that screen share option, it's going to be the way to do it. So I do still recommend it. Okay, and I'm also going to mention, we had a few questions, and I'm going to do those right now, the ones I wrote down. And if you have any other questions, just type them in the Periscope box and I'll go through those. The first question I wrote down was about creepers. You get creepers on any social media. Google Plus is a very global platform. It is overseas, it's everywhere. Now, I want to reach those global users, so I'm going to utilize that Google Plus juice for all I can. But because it's so global, you do get more creepers than usual. Yes, global creepers. I'm like one strike and you're out. If I do not like your comment on anything I do, any social media, not just Google Plus, I block you. One strike. That's all you get. So I would recommend blocking anyone that you feel is creepy. I, however, do not block if their profile picture looks creepy, but all they did was comment with, thanks. I don't block them. Those comments give you Google juice, and if you say thanks and your profile picture's creepy, I'm going to take your comments. If you say something a little more creepy in a week, then you'll get blocked. But if you're just commenting with something generic, something I heard from someone, and I'm going to share this here, about Google+. So, in other countries, women are not always allowed to have social media accounts. So they have to have them under their husband's name and picture. And so, don't always think that when they're commenting that profile picture is who is commenting. It may be, there's been some women on Google+, and they have to be under their husband's name and profile name, but they've been sort of not very happy with people blocking them just based on the picture and their location. Don't always think you know who is behind that comment, because you might not. So I would just, yes, if they're creepy, block them, but if they're just look creepy and they're not really saying anything, like, it could be a woman behind that profile that's actually following you. And yes, so I have heard that about Google+. And yes, so sometimes the profile picture is a couple, but it could actually just be the guy, but it's his wife that's actually utilizing the profile. And apparently that is, something that is, yes, we're fortunate to live here. We're fortunate to live in the United States, and don't always take those, don't take that for granted, because sometimes women in other countries don't have the freedoms we do. So think about that before you block anyone, okay? Okay, now, someone had a question about time-lapse, and if there's no other questions, I'm going to get to the end of this and answer that question as well. So, time-lapse, stop motion, there's tons of ways to make short video for social media. So I have a few things for you. First of all, I have an ebook all about how to shoot short videos, and that includes time-lapse, stop motion, and everything else in the wide gamut of shooting short video. And you can find that at the information for it and how to buy it at bit.ly/guide-to-video. That's guide to video. In conjunction with that, I'm in the middle of a video series on YouTube. You can find that at youtube.com/user/AngieCountryChic, CHIC. And there is a whole series that I'm doing with Jessica Hill from Madden Craft. Thank you, at shooting short video. And it includes there's 2 videos on utilizing the time-lapse function. One is if you want to take, like say you wanted to take a live video where you just shot your hands and you're making a craft and speed it up, you can do that on your computer after you download your live video and put it on your computer. And there's a video on how to do that. There's a video on how to shoot time-lapse with your iPhone. If you just wanted to shoot just in time-lapse, there's a video just on how to do that, step-by-step on how to do that. There's a video on how to use stop motion, step-by-step. There's tons of videos where we're probably about 8 to 10 videos into the series. And those are all free, and you see all of those on my YouTube channel. And you should be able to see it on the front page. That's youtube.com/user/AngieCountryChic. That's my YouTube channel. You can go to thecountrychiccottage.net, and my YouTube is linked up in my social media buttons. Just click on it. Front page of my YouTube channel, just scroll down, and there's a playlist, and it contains every single video in the series. Every single one of them is free, and you can learn a lot of information about short video there. So if you want to head there and watch as many of those as you want, pick and choose. We have videos on shooting short video and then what to do with it afterwards, how to promote it on social media, how to upload it to YouTube and get the most bang for your buck out of it. So if you're wanting to jump into video and want to start a YouTube channel, that's the place to get that information. Okay, so I think I'm done. Any other questions? No problem. Happy to help. Alright, so this was a Pass the Cast with Gina from Shabby Creek, and if you're not watching her blogging over breakfast every morning on Periscope, you should be. So check her out on Periscope, follow her, watch every morning, or watch the replay because you'll get a ton of information. Gina does rock. Gina and I are best friends in real life and actually live very close together, so I get to get her advice live one-to-one over a lunch table, so y'all can be jealous. And this will also be uploaded to YouTube or on Catch if you want to watch it later. It will be part of the video series I was talking about on short video. So be sure to check all of that out and buy the ebook if you're interested at all. Yes, y'all should be super jealous. Alright, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you all on Periscope or Facebook. See ya. Bye.